had a big announcement at North Wilkesboro, and if you haven't been on social media or you haven't really been paying attention there, there's a lot to be learned. We've been working to try to help find out what the future or purpose could be for that property for a long time. I don't have any monetary involvement, no ownership. I just have a passion, and that's all I own in the whole thing is just a want to see this track do something, right? And what does that even mean? The owner of the track, Marcus Smith, has been on this show multiple times and teased the possibility of something happening with the track or the property. We've watched the conversation between him and Camping World. Marcus, the other Marcus.
Marcus Lemonis.
You know, he's teased being a part of a project. If anything were to materialize, he'd certainly support it with Camping World and some investment there. Who knows, right, where this all goes. But they did announce that there will be racing at North Wilkesboro this year. So I'll try to spell it out best I can. Marcus has brought in a promoter to help organize a month of asphalt racing in August. All right, pretty much every day of the month, except on Sundays, there will be track activity. There'll be main events on every Wednesday and every Saturday. They will be rotating classes in and out of the racetrack. So I think they have some 4-cylinder class coming in the first 3 days, and then they got like a late model, super late model. They got street stocks. I'm going to probably go to the street stock race. It's on a Wednesday. We're working on the weekends in NBC on the booth, right? So I can't go on the weekends, but there's Wednesday features that I can go to, so I'm going to try to do that. There's a late model stock race that is the final 3-day activity in the month of August. So like I said, every day of the month, except on Sundays, there'll be track activity, and the last class that's going to be there in August is the late model stock class, which we have cars.
You own
right?
a couple
we own
of those.
Cars.
Yeah.
Josh Berry may plan to enter the race. We don't know whether we'll enter Carson or not. He's going to be racing that weekend before on Saturday in the Cars Tour. We don't have enough cars to really kind of do everything we want to do. I want to race.
What?
Yeah.
You going to race?
I might enter.
Hold on. We gotta rest on this moment. So you're thinking about entering a late model race at North Wilkesboro?
So I've talked about racing my late model car for a long time, and I've never really, nothing's ever really kind of made sense, right? Where do I go? They've got a tire shortage this year. There's all kinds of reasons why it's been kind of iffy on whether I should go do anything or not. I've tested our late model cars at Hickory, at Florence Motor Speedway over the last several years. They're a bunch of fun. We race in the Cars Tour, have raced in the Cars Tour. Everybody knows we've raced in the late model stock series for a long time, but I've kind of looked for an opportunity, and this seems like the perfect chance, right?
Yeah.
I can go practice. There's practice, qualifying, and the race over a 3-day period, get a little bit of track time. I want to support what they're doing at North Wilkesboro because I have kind of been involved in this conversation for so long. So I want to do what I can to make what they're doing this year a success. So I'll let you know. I'll announce it more than likely on this show if I actually officially am entered. But it'd be cool, and I teased this on Twitter, that if we got the Sundrop car, I raced a Sundrop car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the green
at North Wilkesboro in 1993.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if Sundrop would okay us putting their logos on the car for this event. I mean, that would definitely push me further toward, getting online and logging my entry. Again, a whole month of pavement racing at North Wilkesboro. Tickets are on sale now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have North Wilkesboro Speedway pulled up right now, and they went on sale to the general public on Tuesday, April 19th. So that is today.
That is
today. They went on sale, and you can get them on NorthWilkesboroSpeedway.com.
NorthWilkesboroSpeedway.com. I hope that people are buying tickets.
Yeah.
Go there, look at the schedule, see what days you think you might want to go check it out. This is the last time you'll get a chance to see anything racing on the surface that's there now.
On the pavement, right?
Once that late model stock race is over on August 31st, They are going to tear up the current surface and take it away. It's out of here. All right? They're going to race on dirt the entire month of October. Basically, everything they're doing with pavement in August, they're going to do it with dirt. You're going to have super late models, crate late models. There'll be all types of dirt cars that are going to go compete on dirt North Wilkesboro. I am not going to miss that.
It's going to be amazing.
Again, we're going to be working the booth in NBC, so I can't go on the weekends, but there's Wednesday features that I am going to be tailgating my ass off at.
Yeah.
So you can bet that I'm not going to miss some of the action that's happening in North Wilkesboro this August and this October. 2 full months of racing. And then I think that they say they plan to repave the racetrack once.
Right. There's a renovation project that'll happen after all this.
There's some federal money that's supporting some of the initiatives in motorsports in the state of North Carolina. There's opportunity for tracks like Rockingham, North Wilkesboro, and a lot of these local regional tracks like Hickory and Tri-County that benefit from some of these monies that are coming from the government. When that's starting to work the way it's planned and the money's coming in to North Wilkesboro, they plan to renovate this racetrack and they plan to repave it. They plan to bring it back to a certain level of regular competition, and they're wanting to turn it not only in. They want to have motorsports there, and Marcus even teased the opportunity that there could be a truck race someday. He thinks that the infrastructure, as far as the seating, the ability to get in and out of the racetrack, as far as traffic flow and whatnot, would be able to support a truck series race. He says that it's maybe too small of a facility to support Xfinity or to support Cup. I'd argue that Xfinity and truck kind of the same crowd.
Right.
So, anyways, what happens beyond this year really determines. I think is determined on how much support they get in August and October.
Amen
this
to that.
year.
Absolutely.
So go support this, please.
I would go one more about that. I think race fans, hardcore race fans, which I am one, we're sort of on notice because something unusual has happened. For once, decades of complaining and saying that corporate America has taken away our sport and they've taken them out of smaller markets and put them in other big places. You have a chance to prove them wrong, right? But you can still prove them right if you don't go support it. And I'm telling you, if this thing isn't packed all the time, then you're sort of proving them right. That, like small market, little racetracks that we all grew up with and loved can't make it in today's world. And I think that race fans are on notice. It's like, okay, we heard you. There was governmental funds that came in. This thing caught momentum when the iRacing and the weed whacking and the stuff a couple years ago. It started getting momentum, and then the local officials started getting excited. And now we have a pathway to racing returning, and it's going to happen. If this thing is a quarter full or a half full, at best, this thing will have proven corporate America right. And or if you pack it out and you plan your vacations, where are you going to spend your money? You going to spend your money, on Charlotte Hornets tickets? Season tickets, you're going to go support something that just was dead and was not even on life support. It was dead. We went there. I was like, there's no way that this thing will only survive in the sim world. And that's what we thought. And yet here we are with racing. I think race fans are on notice, and we can mess this up if we're not careful.
Yeah. So, they're going to do what they can to get the track presentable, get the facilities and the property presentable for what's going to happen this year with the pavement racing and the dirt racing. You're going to have to be willing to compromise that it's not the renovation that is planned for the future. When you go to watch races there, understand that it's going to feel throwback. It's going to feel old school, and you're going to have to rough it as a tailgater, which I kind of look forward to.
Absolutely. That's the charm.
Yeah, I know. It's going to have
that's
some
the
charm.
nostalgia. That's the charm.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit there and have the accommodations of Las Vegas. You don't want a neon garage at Wilkesboro.
Yeah.
You want to, have your pop-up camper or your tent, whatever it is. let's leave the entitlement somewhere else. Go and appreciate that racetrack. And by the way, when you go in the facility, and we know this from a couple years ago, you fall in love all back over again, man.
It's got a feeling.
It has a feeling.
Yeah.
It has a feeling. And dude, I think that the day Marcus, I think the thing seeded when you had the conversation with him on an airplane. I don't know where y'all were going.
Vegas.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, let's clean this thing up for iRacing. And he came out there with us. It was cold. It was rainy. It was December several years ago. And I'm not saying that's why we're here today, but that started a chain of events that picked up momentum in conversation. iRacing, the pandemic, iRacing, racing at North Wilkesboro, and being televised live, it all picked up this momentum. And here we are where we can go racing at Wilkesboro again. And it's going to happen in a few months. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We got to support it.
We will. And we're going to send our cars to the late model stock segment on the pavement racing at the end of August. We're going to go on some Wednesdays and buy us a ticket and enjoy the action. It should be something to see. I just can't even imagine what that place is going to look like with cars going around it. And plus, even when they tear it up and make it a dirt track, that'll be visually really cool to witness. And hopefully the progress at that racetrack continues beyond that. And it will be determined on how many people really support what's going on this year. If nobody comes, it could make Marcus and his team second guess what the success of that racetrack could be going forward. Hey, if you like that conversation, you got to listen to the entire podcast. The Dale Jr. Download is available on all major podcast platforms.